Welcome back to the Urban Farmyard, where this city girl goes country. In today's video, we're meeting Holly, who's one of my rescued girls. Let's go take a look. Well, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you will know I have a fair number of cats here. I usually have about 50 rescued cats here in the rescue centre, and I also have my own adopted cats. And one of the cats who I adopted was a rescued girl named Holly. Now, Holly clearly doesn't want to sit here with me for this video, so we're going to let her go and do Holly things. Holly is an exotic shorthair who came to live with me when she was 2 or 3 years old. She was a cat that was bred by a backyard breeder. Now, a backyard breeder is a generic term we use for breeders who are not registered breeders. They are just people who have an interest in animals for one reason or another and breed in their spare time at home. Quite often they do breed for profit without following strict breeding guidelines. In Holly's case, she came from a breeder who specialised in supplying animals to international students. They would sell them for a significant sum of money and they would send them out without being desexed. So when Holly came to me, she wasn't desexed, she wasn't vaccinated, and she wasn't microchipped. Holly had also been through several different families before she came to me. Because she had been adopted by international students, at the end of each year those international students tend to go home, and so what had happened to Holly is she was passed from one student to another. Eventually a friend of mine intercepted and took Holly in and then found her a home with me. The reason why I was particularly drawn to Holly is she looks very much like Ruby, who was one of my first cats. Sadly, Ruby had been hit by a car on the road and I really hadn't recovered from losing her, so bringing Holly into our lives really helped me to heal. When she arrived though, Holly was incredibly thin. She had just been through the desexing process, which my friend had taken care of, but we discovered she really wasn't keen on eating cat food. I went through basically every form of wet and dry food that I could get my hands on to try to find something that she would eat, and she just wasn't interested in anything. Eventually though, I stumbled on a product called Exigent from Royal Canin, and lo and behold, Holly went from refusing any form of food and basically being on a starvation diet to absolutely hoovering Royal Canin Exigent. One of the things I discovered just after she came to live with us though was Holly absolutely adored human food, and I made this discovery when I got an Uber Eats delivery from McDonald's. Holly knew what it was immediately and she made a beeline for the cheeseburger and the chicken McNuggets. So that led me to believe that it's fairly likely that Holly had been fed human food, which is why she was turning her nose up at cat food. While she does now primarily eat cat food here with us, her obsession with human food just hasn't abated. I can't leave anything that is wheat-based on the bench. She absolutely loves anything with wheat in it. She will fight you for a loaf of bread, she devours croissants, basically anything that's got wheat in it, she will eat. She also loves dairy, whether it is milk, cream, ricotta, cheese, she loves all of those things. And again, we can't leave them on the bench because she will seek them out and she will eat them. Conversely though, you can leave raw meat on the bench and she won't touch it. She is simply not interested. The other thing she particularly loves, which I find odd, is certain kinds of herbs. Anything that's vaguely oregano based she really loves, and she will roll around in herbs if she finds them on the bench. I have a funny feeling that oregano may in some way be related to catnip, and I'm wondering if she's picking up on a common scent which she particularly enjoys. Holly is now about 5 or 6 years old. I've lost track. I've got so many cats I've now lost track of their exact dates of birth, but she's very much a permanent member of our household. She gets on incredibly well with our other cats and dogs, and I am so glad that I have rescued her. So I hope today has been interesting. I hope you've enjoyed meeting Holly, and I will see you back here tomorrow.